now Zoom is saying that we're live. And yet when I'm over in Facebook Live Producer, I don't see anything. So confused by how this works. So I feel like we're gonna have two live. And that's what you're seeing is my screen. So that split screen thing that I just turned on doesn't seem to have done anything either.
And the captions are on.
Oh, you can see what I'm saying? Thank goodness. I don't know how to even cancel this other live that I had set up last night. I'm so confused. But you're seeing that we're live and you see my screen. So okay.
I'm going to keep myself muted, and when I do the script, I'm going to just use your mic.
Okay. Well, I think they are automatically, to be honest. All right. So all right. Morning, everybody. It is already after 9. I don't know how that snuck up on us. Just really quickly want to say good morning and thank you for being here. Can I get a show of hands of everybody who has never been here before? First timers. Yeah, right. You all want free stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You've never been?
I know.
It's taking you this long? That's awesome. Well, I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're here. So that was 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. Okay. So you'll see why it matters in a moment. But for everybody in the room, could you please take out your phone and scan that QR code? It's going to just ask you for your email address, which just checks you into the event. Is it not working? It worked for others. That's positive.
I got it. I did it from home. Is that the same thing?
Cool.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Basically, you know, well, Amanda is going to do a little kickoff for the sake of Facebook Live. If you would all just listen, then we don't have to repeat ourselves. But really quickly, I will just sort of summarize by saying that 1 Million Cups is part of a national organization. They like to know what the pulse of entrepreneurialism is across the country. So by us meeting weekly and having everybody check in, it gives them an idea as to how many people come to these events. I actually don't remember. I check in a different way, so I don't remember if it asks you like any questions about you as a person, like how you identify yourself. But a lot of the things they ask me are how many people in the room are new, how many people in the room identify themselves as entrepreneurs, all those kinds of questions. So it's pretty interesting what they do with the data and how it comes back around. So without further ado, I'm just going to ask Amanda to kick off our Facebook Live, and then we'll do a little technology switch and we'll turn it over to Ms. J.
All right. 1 Million Cups is a weekly event started by the Kauffman Foundation and is currently held in more than 130 communities across the nation with the goal of caffeinating entrepreneurs nationwide every Wednesday. And every Wednesday, those communities meet to give each other support, encouragement, and feedback over a cup of coffee. Our community meets here at Rome in the town of Trillip every Wednesday morning from 9 to 10, and 1 or 2 early age startups will present their companies to a diverse audience of their peers, mentors, educators, and advisors. Before we get things started, I want to acknowledge and thank our community sponsors, Rome for providing this beautiful space, Jason Hunter Design for volunteering their time and resources to organize and promote this event, and Edwin Jarvis for the high quality flyers that we were able to distribute around town. Our presentation this morning is going to be from Jennifer with DEAFiniately Connected certification. At the end of their presentation, they will be asked, what can we as a community do for you? Which will start the Q&A portion of the program. So now it's back to you, Jennifer.
Awesome. So I'm going to share my screen, which has your presentation on it. And then you have it too, or I have to go up there too. I forget what we decided.
Oh.
This is Inspire. So can I take, wait, was that me?
I was screen sharing.
Oh, you were. All right. Well, I am. Except, is it going? Yeah, I'm your clicky thingy.
Okay.
Let me just bring this window down. And why are you not full screen?
It's me. I changed my hair a lot, okay? All right, you ready?
We are ready.
All right. So good morning to everyone that is here. Grand Rising, great day. My name is Jennifer. Please don't call me that. There's tons of us out there. If you ever call me Jennifer, I will not reply because I'll get moved every time. So I do go by Jen. So it's okay to call me Jay. It's okay to call me Miss J. I am a homeschooling mother for 7 years now. Pre-pandemic homeschooling. I'm a serial entrepreneur. I call myself that because I believe I have undiagnosed THC. And I've lived multiple lives and have multiple businesses. So it really, truly excites me to be a part of a community like one of the I really believe that I found, creatives and people who are really getting out there with their passion projects and businesses. I'm a 6-time published author. I was writing. So most of my books are self-help books. You can log onto my website and find all that information about there. I'm an empowerment speaker and a speaker ambassador. One quote that I love to live by, that is to say all the time, and I'm sure to say the full quote: "The jack of all trades is a master of none, but oftentimes better than master of one." Originally, by William Shakespeare. Next slide, please. So, with all the lives that I've lived, I have also been an ASL interpreter for 20+ years. I know I don't that old. I started really young. Certified in 2 different states. Here in the state of Georgia, I began with what's called religious sign. I was introduced to sign language as an interpreter through my church, and educational sign in the school districts. Then I went back to California, which is my original home state, and I got certified there as well. And I also have a personal sign journey. I worked as a social worker in the service for 15 years. So I wanted to give you a little bit of my resume and let you know that I am passionate about not only ASL, but advocating for the deaf and hard of hearing community. Next slide, please. All right, I'm going to give you some statistics and then we're going to talk a little bit more. And I like to have a conversation. I don't want this to be too formal, but I believe what I have to offer every single person in here in this room will and shall benefit from it. So this is from the CDC. I have to put the link there. Copyright issues. The percentages of adults with select functional disability types, you see all of them here, and hearing is at 6%. I had to do a little bit of math and add this in here. Those of you like stats and those types of things. Georgia population is approximately 10.8 million in the state as of 2021. To 6% thing, that's barely 650,000 adults that are listed as disabled or have a functional disability here. That's not including children. So if you're wondering, is the market problem? Absolutely. All right, next slide, just real quick. All right, so I want to have a conversation about how I got started and how I got here. I would love to tell you about all the amazing people that I've met in the community, but I want to give you a bit of an experience. I want to introduce you to my experience, not only as an ASL interpreter, but as a mother. So I was first introduced to ASL. Come on in, guys, we're having a conversation. There's some hot spots right here in the front. Anybody want to get in the hot seat? Who dares to get in the hot seat?
Come on, V, come up front.
You got it. Good morning. So like some of the people that grew up way back in the day, like my son always said, I was first introduced to ASL by as teacher, Miss Linda was silent interpreter or a deaf cast member, and so I just realized wasn't anything that I really thought would take me as far as it has. Fast forward, never had anyone in my family that or hard of hearing, although my grandma would say my grandpa was selective hearing. I think that's a skill.
I know all about that in my household.
And children as well. And then I got to college out here in Atlanta, Georgia. And I came out here to Georgia and I was introduced to ASL with my church, an entire community of deaf people. I was raised typical Southern Baptist. So I was raised in the loudest, most exciting church that you could think of. My bishop, my pastor was one of those screaming pastors that would get up in your face and let you know about all the goodness that's going on in life. Exactly, that's what happened. I'm fascinated to see that all of the deaf people at the same time would have the same reaction that we were having. I'm like, how would they know like what he's saying? How would they get up and dance with the music? And so I began to get like obsessed with it. I began to sit around and think about like, how is this possible? How can you receive the same message, invoke the same emotion, and you can't hear anything? That led me to joining the ministry and then getting certified. About 10 years in, around 2008, my son was born. Being a new mommy, you have all of the fears. Everything is crazy. Is he eating enough? Sleeping too much? Is he eating too much? All the milestones that you want your child to reach, you know, you want them to say mama and dada and reach and do all those things that nutrition tells you to do. And by the time my son was 3, there was no words. And I'm like, what's going on? He's supposed to say something, right? Of course, it's on a baby sign, you know, it's just he and I. So I'm like, he's supposed to say something. And all of my family, my grandmother had 14 children. My mom is the baby of the 14. I'm the baby of the baby. So I had a ton of big families, right? Period. You know, boys start slow. It's okay. He's gonna start talking. Wait till it's time for school. 4 years old came. There are barely any words. 4 years old. There's mama, daddy, no, cup. I'm like, okay, there's preschool, there's daycare, Isaiah, we have to do something. What's going on? Go to the school. It's okay. He's a boy. They start slow. Don't worry about it. He's gonna get it. He's gonna get around a lot of kids because he's the only child. He doesn't have anybody to give him to family, right? My mom's in the school system. My aunt's in the school system. I did teach for America in the school system. I'm like, something is not going on. Hey, let's check his hearing. Worked with a lot of deaf people here for about a decade. Maybe that's the problem. Take a hearing test, pass it. Okay, now we're in kindergarten and there's barely enough words coming out. I mean, I literally am an interpreter for my child. Oh, this is what he, oh, this is what he's saying. But now I'm not there. I'm working full time, he's in the school system. Now we're in first grade and the teacher's like, this is gonna be a problem social. Because the class gets it, oh, that's how you do it. This is what he means, you know, he has little friends that, you know, want to baby him, especially the girls that want to say mommy to little boys who didn't speak much. And we got a new teacher. She's fresh with the certification. She's just gung-ho about teaching. And she says, check his hearing. I'm like, yes, let's check his hearing. He passes the hearing. So now I'm thinking it's cognitive. Now I'm looking at all of the steps, not just autism, but anything else that's going on with my child. But at home, everything's fine. He's a typical boy. Trucks, Hot Wheels, the major addiction, everything is happening. So we moved back to Georgia. And now he's in 3rd grade. And I'm thinking I have to do something. So I tell them I've been having an issue with his speaking. I don't know what's going on with my child. I don't know what's going on. We were in the next county, and the teacher there, the principal, brand new school, Anderson Elementary School. They said, you know what? We don't have the hearing test here. We have to scheduled all of those things. We've got the IEP. We get to cut how many does the hearing test and fails. 60%. Your child is hard of hearing. Your child is not defiant. Your child is not ignoring you. Your child does not have anything cognitively wrong. He cannot hear in his right ear. Well, how did he pass all these tests? Well, like any mother is supposed to believe, I know for a fact how it was used. He was memorizing the hearing tests and reading people's facial expressions. And so when the tester was giving the test, do you hear that? He would say yes.
Wow.
A natural skill that people that have hearing loss or the deaf community inherently heard the same. You lose one sense, the other is slow. So facial expressions, body language. If you sit here and say, "Oh, do you like that?" What is a child going to do?
Mimic you.
I like it. And so it began to be more spiritual for me to know that the universe give me something that I love as a child, to know that that was going to be the third time. My child was here, he was 14 years old. Now he has a master department here in the fields. Whatever mom wants him to do something. And so not only do I have 20 years of experience as a time worker, I have 15 years of experience living with art. Love. I also I've done it for about 10 years. To let you know that deafness and hard of hearing is not included. You can't look at a person and see that they're. Most people that have cochlear implants or hearing aids nowadays are high tech. You really don't know when you can't see. But there are certain signs, certain signals that you would call as an interpreter or a person who is deaf. Hearing culture that would give you signs and clues to know how to interact. My passion as an interpreter has been to assist the hearing more so now than the deaf. As a sign language interpreter, I've worked with schools, again, elementary school, all the way up to high school for deaf students. I've worked with over 7 school districts. I also worked with the service agency for over 20 years, making sure that everyone receives the benefits of the from the community. But what I've noticed in the past 2 weeks is that there is a whole community of people who are oblivious to the deaf totally disconnected. I'm new to Fayetteville, just 1 year. And my son is very active. He is Fayetteville Public Library. So last year we started class. We started off small. One of the students from last year is today. And because it was so successful, we continued and we got a contract with the company to offer classes for kids and children. And since then, we've expanded not just state. The program started in Kansas City. To let you know that your hands actually speak. But now hands speak have evolved to definitely. Hands speak is also owned by another company. This is mine. So definitely connected with me as a service. And so what I want to do is give you the experience, talk about not just with but I was excited to be featured You cannot cry. No,
Oh, she's making a point.
Oh, so last year. What do you think about that? Really? Thank you. And I had a conversation with Lucy and we were talking earlier about the presentation today. And she said she had to send Jason a message to talk about it's really frustrating to want to get information that doesn't speak to language that you cannot hear because you really want that information. It's even more difficult when you're trying to give information to someone and they're receiving the wrong message. That's not what I mean. That's not what I'm trying to say. So how do you think that's going to affect the deaf and hard of hearing community that really wants to engage with your business and your services and your products?
Frustrating.
Frustrated, isolated, absolutely. Most of the deaf and hard of hearing community in the past 20 years say that they do not show up because we don't consider it. Being deaf and hard of hearing is not deaf and dumb. Most of deaf people are not disabled. Deaf and hard of hearing can still drive. Deaf and hard of hearing can still shop. Deaf and hard of hearing can still work. Deaf and hard of hearing still has an income. Deaf and hard of hearing still eats. Deaf and hard of hearing still. Deaf and hard of hearing have children who do the same thing. A lot of deaf and hard of hearing parents have hearing children. A lot of deaf and hard of hearing children have hearing parents. And if we don't consider that, we are knocking out 6% plus of the entire population of just the state of Georgia. What do you think that's going to do with your bottom line? What do you think that's doing with your profit? Negatively impacted. But don't worry. Next slide, please. Definitely connected. This was definitely something that was given to me, I would say spiritually. My goal is to educate, engage, and connect businesses and community leaders with the DHH, that's by deaf and hard of hearing culture and ASL basics. This year, Can Speak has grown so much that the classes that we offered, I have a student here from last year and a student here this year. I'm excited. They're going to give some live their experience working with Definitely Connected was given to me by inspiration. The spirit of it's totally transparent. A new brand, same business, same service. Next slide, please. For you. To be definitely connected is a certification that I want to offer to all communities and business. What does it mean to be definitely connected? Of course, be connected to the spirit of community. Not only with that, to be certified is to make sure that you have knowledge, or you're knowledgeable of ASL basics. I do offer a training that you have TTY, TRS, phone capability, an easy to read menu or services on your website, preferred seating. There are deaf and hard of hearing people that a couple people have attended 1 million cups. One reason that I know they are, but a lot of times they sit in the front. We have to see your face. We have to read your lips. So making sure you have preferred seating, making sure that the front row is reserved, or front areas is reserved for deaf and hard of hearing guests. Because if you sit in the back, you can't hear me, you'll probably agree to anything, right? You'll probably get the wrong message, right? Or you'll probably totally dip out and get nothing. Won't pay for anything, you won't engage with it. Open to deaf events. A lot of the deaf and hard of hearing community like to have meetups. Do you have a brick and mortar where we can come and feel safe and have events there for our children, where we can communicate and people just aren't. While you're having a conversation, right? Are you hiring interpreters or offering services when requested? If I call you, yes, they can. If I call you and say, hey, I want to come to your event, you're giving an awesome seminar, you're offering something that I want to attend, do you have an interpreter there for me? And you say no. Do you think they're going to reach into their pocket and pay? A lot of interpreters or services for the deaf and hard of hearing from the government are only offered for medical, legal, or education. So any social events that you have, if you do not offer an interpreter or have any deaf or hard of hearing services, most likely they will not attend if they have to invest to attend your service. Instructional video with interpreters or subtitles. Just that simple. Putting subtitles on your instruction video will bring in a whole bunch of people that may not be able to hear you, but can definitely read. Deaf and hard of hearing people know English, hear English. Fun fact, there is a sign language for every spoken language. There's English sign language, there's Chinese sign language, Spanish sign language, French, etc., etc., etc. So I am certified in ASL, American Sign Language, and English. What's the difference? Fish and French fries, fish and chicken. English is more formal, or BSL, British Sign Language, more formal, UK, English. ASL is more hey y'all, there are different dialects in sign language depending on where you're from, your generation, what side of town. So I go to California, my hands are the side of I come back to Georgia, I sign too fast.
Wow.
So the same thing is in California, we say like a lot, like out here, never. We say ma'am and sir a lot here. I don't know what I'm saying. Y'all gonna go into, there's different Dixon to Finsta, different dialects and nuances in sign language as well. So I want to make sure that your business is deaf. I want to make sure not only do you have the services and you're not just shoveling out money to get somebody to do the work for you, that you have an understanding of ASL culture so you can shape your business to welcome the deaf and hard of hearing. So where your brick and mortar, your artistic. Hey girl, well, we used to have been somewhere, girl. Hey girl, I was going to artistic fusion, and you want to say welcome, that you know how to welcome the deaf and hard of hearing. That you know what is culturally appropriate and what is not. To where you're not offending. I don't train people how to act deaf. I interpret the language. ASL, sign language, is not my first language. I am hearing. I would also like to add a little bit of love and giving a lot of tips. I know my students are, which is perfect. But I love giving tips as well. We talked about what's going on in ASL. So we saw the Oscars, Creed 3 is out. Creed 3 is out, where the main character has a deaf daughter. We have seen a lot going to the Dakota. There are a lot of artists that are coming out that are deaf and hard out. We saw where there was a deaf.
Yeah.
Most people don't know she is not hearing. all of the interpreters for this goal history is the first people that hired deaf performers. What is the difference? Deaf people performing versus a hearing person. What I do is not for, as a profession, is not for the business. I am there to interpret what the hearing is saying and what's going on with the deaf. It's part of it. And so when you understand the culture in your business, when you understand the needs in your business, when you understand the market in your business, it's easier for you to attract more clients, more customers, and offer services. Next slide. So my aim with Definitely Connected, the definite aim is to create an app that can be used to connect both the hearing and deaf community, to offer ASL classes and insights, instructional videos that we have, commercials, ads, interpreter hiring services, and a directory the deaf community needs an events portal and chat capabilities. What my aim is and what I am seeking to do with Definitely Connected is expand beyond just the classroom, to expand just beyond giving a presentation about deaf culture, giving ASL basic classes, but to make sure to have a community outside of social media where you as a business owner, civic leader, can connect with the community if they are looking for anyone that offers services that they're interested in, products they're interested in, even like night market. That is coming up. We have some dates next month.
April
right?
7th.
April 7th is the first one. To make sure that when they're out there coming to your booth, for the deaf and hard of hearing communities out there patronizing other businesses, that you can say, hey, this is my product, this is what I offer, this is how much it costs, or it's free. How are you paying? Right? I know everybody gets nervous about that. That's a whole other presentation. And it's okay. We're in business, right? We're in business to earn the life that we desire and the lifestyle we desire, which includes an exchange. So you want to learn about how to sign, how much, this is what it costs, how much you are paying, and how am I going to use this is my product, right? So before we go to the next slide, we're going to take a free ASL class. You guys ready?
Yeah.
ASL. All right. No, I know you guys. Yep, free your hands. So for those of you who are left-handed, I apologize. All your life you've had to learn backwards. I know. I'm right-handed. I can sign with this hand, but I'll mess myself up. So your dominant hand is the hand that you write with. If you're right-handed, you're going to use your right hand. Okay? If you're left-handed, got to use your left hand. I'll try to turn backwards so you guys can see, but I want to make sure you're doing it right. As an ASL interpreter, you are a TP. You see this screen? So a little bit about an inch, inch and a half above your head and right at your belly button where you want to hold all of your signs. ASL is conceptual. It is the picture. It is the overall message that you're giving. It is not every single word. So, for example, if I'm going to sign, I am going to the store. I'm going to the store. I'm going to go to the store. I'm fixing to go to the store. You will not sign an ASL. I am going to the store. You would sign, I go store. Got it? It's the picture. It's the overall message. It's the meaning of what you're giving. ESL, English Sign Language, is every single word. So a lot of people getting acclimated with sign language think, hi, my name is, I am so very happy to meet you. That is very long. And if you learn ASL, ESL, and you're speaking to the deaf hard of hearing community, the best insult they can give you is closing their eyes or turning away. It's happened to me plenty of times. It is very frustrating to have a person talk to you like this, even though you can't hear them. It's also very frustrating to have someone go, oh, you're deaf. Oh, that's awesome. It's true. My
Oh, jeez.
name is Cool. Right? Help you. Just insulting, just help you, just introductions, and maybe you guys can throw out a few words, and I have some live testimonials, so we'll be good. We're gonna start back at elementary school singing our ABC, 1, 2, 3. And we'll get some words about money and business if you guys are interested in learning, and we'll talk about how you can get involved. Okay, so your dominant hand up. This is A. Thumb on the side. The shape of your hand is extremely. Do not assume you know. Your brain sometimes is not listening. So pay attention. A, B, fingers closed. C, D. First finger, not pinky. Your brain didn't even listen. Told you. E, F, A, okay, good job. G, like a little bit. H, I, J, right. J, K, number 2 with your thumb in the middle. I know you're bringing it.
You're pointing outward too, right?
Just like the letter K.
Not, I did, you're
Okay.
doing inside, it's outside. That's what I did at first too.
M, 3, M, yeah. It's like hard number 3, big arm. N, 2. Good job, y'all. O, P is K upside down. Good job. Q is G upside down. R, S, thumb in front. T, 14. U, make sure your palm is out. V, W, X, Y, and Z. Now I know my ABC. Counting, let's go up to 10. 1, touching, not tucking. I'll tell you why in a minute. 2, 3, I know. 5, 6, touch, not touch. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Congratulations, you did ASL interpreter. That's amazing. And it's extremely important. A letter of a number is a W6. How important is that when you give them a price, address, or your name? W6. W6. Yes. And that's another great point to make, is that hands look different. Interpreters are different. What if you have severe arthritis? If you have cerebral palsy? Your fingers are not going to stretch out or shake as well. So knowing what it looks like is extremely important as well. So you can go on to, only this time, I'm going to allow you to go on to Google if you want to practice your ABC in 1, 2, 3. Google is not the safe space to learn ASL. YouTube is not the safe space to learn ASL. Why? Because everyone is different. You might be seeing ESL, it's with a little BSL, it's with a little ASL. Deaf people are different. Older deaf people sign different than younger deaf people. As our language evolves, so does sign language. I'm just learning to sign for Snapchat and Facebook, and as TikTok learns. I still have young people to learn. The sign for TikTok. Everything is growing. So when in doubt, spell it out. If you learn your ABC and your number, I guarantee you, communicating in the deaf and hard of hearing community will. Okay. I also teach you introduction to say hello. 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 Everybody, like, how are you? What's going on, right? Say my. That's it. Me. Go to the store. My name. Name. My name, and then you spell your name. So yes, everybody asks, is there a sign name? A lot of people have a sign name. A sign name is the short version of your name that the deaf and hard of hearing gives you. You do not make up a sign name. Hearing people do not give you a sign name. Your sign name is the way deaf and hard of hearing community identifies you. So if you meet someone who is deaf, you will spell out your full name. First name, please, especially when but I have 3 different sign names because I'm 3 different. So my first sign name is Jay. This is my name. Because I'm one of Jay. And then my second sign name is Jay. My hair. Then Jay. And so you engage next step and part of your maybe if you find that name holds near to your heart. That is the name that they identify you as. I'm also going to have to love you to things you should look out for. They're possibly all right. So you won't repeat it. I'm not going to teach you to think that for because I want them to invite you back.
Oh.
So if you are out at night market and you are a vendor there and you want to give your price and you want to tell them how much something is, the cost of something, you're first going to ask for quantity. How many? How many? How many do you want? How many pictures? How many pictures? I don't know, whatever everybody says. So much stuff in that, right? How many cups of coffee?
Yeah,
How many
there you go.
Okay. How much? How much? How much? How many? How much? Quantities, large, medium, small. So there's also facial expressions. We're going to press course in ASL. Large, face. So large. It's huge, right? It's a cup like a soda or a beer. Not shy. Want jug? Medium, small is the small, okay? Hey. Payment. Payment. Card. You're using your card, strong card. That's for any card. Business card, credit card. Pay with card. Money or cash. Really last. They ask you how much? Cheap. Cheap. They talking about you, they look at your price. Expensive. Expensive. A lot of money. Now, this is expensive if they want it, but they just can't afford it. If it's expensive and not worth it, it's expensive. It's like throwing away money. If they don't believe you because you might be trying to upsell or not telling the truth, you see them do this. Liar. They don't like you. But we're in this season of allergies, pollen, all of that. So they might have an allergy. Their nose is just all over. Allergy. Okay. Or they can be allergic. So you'll see them if they say, I can't. I have an allergy. Can't eat your product. Okay, I got it. To understand something, is the light bulb going on? I understand. Or got it. My son uses this a lot because he doesn't have this. Got it. All right. You guys good? Can we go to the last slide?
That one?
Last slide. So there's a QR code there.
Oh, that was it.
Yep, that was it. So the QR code here is what I want from everyone here. I want to stay connected. The QR code will lead you to the link, which is my link tree. On the link tree, it says definitely connected. There you can click and you can go straight to my page on my website. If you would like to browse around my website, stalk me on social media, I'm open, slide in my DM. It's all good. That QR code will get you to my link tree so you can know all about me, but definitely connected is where you click to get more information. April is Deaf History Month. And so starting in April, I am offering memberships to Definitely Connected for individuals, professionals, and executives. For individuals, it will show you what's offered on each tier. Individuals start only $100 annually, and the funds that will be collected for that is to keep the app going and the website going, and to make sure I have all the fees that I need connected with them. I am in the process of working with the Georgia Deaf and Hard of Hearing Commission, so that my website and my app can be connected to them, so I can expand throughout the state and even to the nation. I want to make sure it's not only one in the season.
Yeah.
This is the blessed church. Live bless. So I want to make sure to expand these services throughout the state and even the nation. So membership start at $100 for an individual. That's like $6 a month. You'll get part of the newsletter. You'll get introduction classes, the professional and executive services go up a bit. And that will include training classes. That will include more insight and detail, newsletters, and connection to the community that I've already grown for 20 years in the state. I am prepared today to start training with people. I do offer virtual classes as well that are starting. Fayetteville Public Library is restarted, just ended our spring sessions. We're going to restart in June. If you guys are in the area and you want to know about in-person classes, they will start again this summer. Executive packages, when you go and look, it offers 1 free commercial or video, 60 seconds of video preparation along with stuff. Extremely affordable. The highest package is still less than $5 a month. And with that, what I need from you is to get some training, even if you don't use it for your business, so you can use it for your personal. My Facebook page is free to join. There, I give all types of insights and information on proper ways to find, proper sites to learn to find, and how we can for my students. All right, so I have Miss Diane here. I would like for her to share her life testimony. Miss Diane started with me when I first started with the last. So if you just share how it goes with you.
Yeah, I was with the original class. I take both classes. I'm retired, so I was employed as the chief marketing officer for very long time. And the thing that really bothered me was that there is a huge deaf community at the post office, and I don't know if you know that, but huge. Okay? And I would encounter people on a daily basis that would come into my office. And I wanted so much to talk to them. I wanted to exchange with them, but I couldn't. And it was very frustrating. And so I took the class way back then. I learned more in her class in 9 weeks than I learned at the Clayton County University class in 10 weeks. So it's a great class. She makes it easy. She makes it fun. Her son, I think, it's just a treat because he's sitting there and talk to him, and, you know. But it's really a worthwhile endeavor. There's nothing more frustrating than having somebody that you work with that can't take it. And so I encourage you to work with Jay to bring that talent and skill, if you will, to your business.
And one of my newest students is here, Megan. I don't even like calling them students or participants, they actually become friends. So, Miss Diane and Miss Jacob. Yes.
I'm so nervous. Well done. So I took today's class of personal arrangements. Last year we adopted my son and then found out that his oldest sister is deaf. And so I really wanted my son to be able to communicate with her today. And so in order for me to foster that relationship, I needed to first learn. So I'm in process of learning. And I think just after the second class I went to, that I met that person at church, and I was able to introduce myself and my son to that person in front of me. Which was really like an empowering moment that I could actually like take those tools that I had learned and employ them. You know, I will say I was trying to think like if I had to write a comment on Facebook page, what would I say about this state class? And I think, you know how Planet Fitness says that they're a judgment-free zone. I think this Jay's class is a judgment-free zone. It didn't matter how old you were, or if you were looking at yourself while you were signing, it was judgment-free, and it was a place where you could learn without feeling like the one. So if you use her skills, you won't be ashamed of this.
Awesome. Well,
It does, so just be careful of what it is. It's just like, you know, if you want to see something, you wouldn't really look at something like this. But sometimes you might look at something like this. So if there's ever deaf people who want to talk about you, they would just come here.
I just want to say that typically, for those people who are new, you heard the intro in the beginning about what 1 million cups is. The traditional format for 1 million cups is that the presenter only gets 6 minutes. But week after week after week that we have our presenters, they just blow everybody away, and conversations are absolutely incredible. So there's basically no time. although I should probably cut that out of the video because, you know, people are pretty watching, but, there is a format for it. Anyway, we are at the top of the hour already. I'm supposed to ask you, what can we as a community do for you? Pretty much told us that already, so I hope that everybody understands what it is that Ms. J, just J, I'm go by J also. Also, I am proud to present you with your mug. I know you come all the time, but I don't think you have a mug. So, for those of you that didn't know, when you get here in the morning, if you check in with the barista downstairs, tell them you're here for 1 million cups. They will give you a free cup of coffee. It is only just for coffee. Special, that's you. Sorry. I'm working on a sponsorship to get us some snacks to eat. Hopefully that'll come through in the next little while. What else am I supposed to say? Oh, Rome. That was very funny. Okay, so we thank Rome for giving us this space. I thank Rome even bigger when they give us bigger space. We sometimes have those rooms in the front, and there's a third floor. We're hoping maybe we can do up there. That would be awesome. But they would like me to make sure that you all know that you are in a co-working environment, that in order for you to work from here, you do have to be a member. They are giving us the opportunity to give away, I guess, do a drawing of some sort of a day pass. It's a $50 value. I don't know how we're going to go about doing that unless everybody wants to like get a business card and pull it or something like that. That just feels very traditional networking organization. That just to be that. So what I'd like to do, it's a imaginary card. I'm going to give that to you, and then you can use it, or you can give it to somebody else. So be friends with her. She got a free big message. Thank you guys for coming today, and we'll be back next week. Is day of presenting? 2 weeks. Okay, great. So on the 29th, it's on. Okay, I don't remember offhand, but we're certainly put it out on social. So keep your eyes open for that, and we look forward to seeing everybody next week.
Question,
How do you say no cap?
no cap, so. Right,
Yeah.
so